Meet Sam Vaknin. He's someone who's not afraid to talk about the demons inside his head.
I lack conscience. I have no empathy. I am verbally abusive. I have horrifying rage attacks, which I'm unable to control and so on, because I'm frustrated.
Or the deficiencies of others.
You're a hostile filmmaker. Hostile, ill-informed, intellectually lazy, ill-prepared, disorganized filmmaker. That's what you are.
In fact, he may just be about the most honest person I know.
It is not hard for me to admit that I'm a psychopath or that I have psychopathic traits, I display psychopathic behaviors.
Or the best liar. So we've agreed to make a film to find out if it's true that maybe he was born without a conscience.
Oh, believe me, I haven't started to mistreat you.
What goes on in the mind of a psychopath? And how could we spot one if they came into our lives? Sam Vaknin was once a successful businessman in Israel, a multi-millionaire, he says, but now lives here in one of the poorest countries of Europe. I've come halfway around the world to follow up on something he told me in an interview several years ago. You see, Sam Vaknin claims he's a psychopath. I'm not sure.
I love to be hated, and I hate to be loved. What I am is indifferent. I just couldn't care less. I like to present a facade of the self-effacing, modest person. I call it in my book false modesty. It works. It gives other people the impression that I'm underneath it all, I'm human.
You are human, aren't you?
I firmly believe that you want to believe that, yes.
If Sam is a psychopath, he's not the archetypal textbook kind. Most aren't so self-aware, for one, and they usually don't do long-term relationships. But Sam's been with his wife Lydia for more than 10 years.
Is a psychopath's experience of love different to a normal person? Likely so. Because he regards people as instruments of gratification and as disposable things to be used. She's living proof and living witness of my grandiosity.
At our invitation, Sam's about to create a world first. He's the only civilian we know of to put themselves through the rigorous psychological and neurological testing required for a proper diagnosis of psychopathy. According to the accepted definition, psychopaths regularly do bad things to others but feel fine and have no regrets. The bottom line is a problem with emotions like empathy. They just couldn't care less.
They can mimic emotions, they can mimic a genuine interest in you, when in fact there's really no interest beyond the interest that a cat has in a mouse, right?
But not all psychopaths do physical cruelty. I'm interested in the concept of the psychopath in a suit, the kind that doesn't fit the Hollywood stereotype of the sadistic serial killer or the kidnapper torturer from the nightly news. Sam's never physically violent. He wears nice clothes, he's clever, and can be a lot of fun. So how could he possibly qualify as a psychopath?
They look the same, they may even appear to act the same as we do, but in the long term, what they have in mind is their own self-interest. They could often be quite charming, they can manipulate, they can con, deceive you into thinking that there's something that they really are not. And it would take a long time before you actually realize that you're being used and abused.